To see you.
Good to see you
And
too.
we are talking British Columbia today.
I know, and Squire just said, you know, on the road trips, he's been pretty much everywhere.
Right.
So he's probably been to most places on this list, but the
Or
first.
maybe not.
But I thought that they were real hidden gems, so that's what I wanted to share with people. Because I just think with Canada 150, why not go see, especially our own backyard, if you haven't seen these parts. So the first is gorgeous Desolation Sound.
Oh, yeah.
A marine park. So it's famous for its fjords, its mountains, and wildlife. It's typically only accessible by boat, seaplane. You can get there by car, but it takes 2 ferries. But let me tell you, it's so worth the journey. Once you're there, you can fish, you can kayak. There's lots of cute little artists and boutiques and things to see there, but it's a really special part of this province.
It is beautiful. And
Have
I've
you
only
been?
seen a tiny
Bit of it.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Some of the highlights: Lund, Squirrel Cove,
Yes.
Pendrell Sound, Princess Louise Inlet, and Chatterbox Falls will
Right.
be on the list if you
Refuge
do get
Cove,
to go
I
out there.
put that on the list too.
Refuge Cove, yeah. The next is much closer to home on the Sunshine Coast, Gibsons. So what show? Anyone? We all know what
What's
it was.
that?
What was
The
what made it famous?
Beachcombers, yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
It's
And
usually
Molly's Reach is still there.
It is still there.
Yeah.
But there's lots of really great restaurants that they focus on the local catch of the day, and it's really bustling. There's lots to see and do when you're there.
I recognize Persephone, the brewery there. Is that what that was? The microbrewery?
I think it was.
Oh, really?
Last year,
Did-
yeah. Were you there for that? No.
No,
Chris Galis
You
there.
guys never invited me.
It's a great spot. Great
And
spot.
it's really easy to get to.
Yeah.
The next on the list is Green Lake Provincial Park. So this is a 5.5-hour drive.
I have not been there.
From Vancouver. You haven't been
No.
there?
Oh,
really
wait a minute.
pretty.
Green Lake. I know somebody with a house on Green Lake.
I know the same guy you know.
I know that guy too.
Yeah, you know that guy too. We all know that guy.
Yeah.
So where exactly is it?
It is. It's in the southern Caribou.
Is it like 100 Mile House area?
Yeah,
Right.
that would be the area
Yeah.
it is. And it's a 14-kilometer long lake, but it's got 50 kilometers of shoreline. So it's a really beautiful body of water. Quite shallow, and in the wind, that's why they call it green, like it turns green.
Here's a tip. If you're going there, bring your Hawaiian shirt.
Right.
I knew who you were talking about.
Exactly. There's lots of camping around there, and it's a very calm lake. It's big and calm, so
Is
kayaking
it
and
warm enough to
paddleboarding.
swim in?
Yes. The next is in Slocan, which is 8 hours away from Vancouver, but again, worth the drive.
This has always been on my list to go to. 'Cause
Is
I hear
it? You know,
amazing.
it's located at the base of Valhalla Provincial Park, and gorgeous mountains, and there's 30 kilometers of shoreline along Slocan Lake. So if you're into it, you can kayak along the Slocan River, which would be fun to do. There's lots of hiking, and there's an owl walk that you can do. You're trying to find the elusive and endangered western screech owl. But these are some ideas. More than anything, it's just about getting out and seeing the province. There are so many places that we all know of that people from all
Right.
over the world know to go to Whistler, and they know to go to Tofino, and they know to go to these places, but these are some places maybe you might not have hit.
You left out like the tourist trap of the childhood home of Mark Madriga in Kamloops.
Oh, I'm sorry,
log
Kamloops
cabin.
wasn't on the list.
Next
It's
issue.
not
log
a
cabin
hidden
you were brought
gem.
up in?
Everybody knows the gem of Kamloops.
Sure.
It's not a
Right?
hidden gem.
Yeah, Mark Recchi, right? That's the gem.
So I do have some deals.